Hi, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to have color markers based on values. So instead of having a single color, we would like to have a color map based on another variable. So we are going to generate randomly values for color. Now, here is the function rand that we are going to generate 50 numbers between 0 and 1 and assign it to colors array. Okay, so far we're just generating 50 numbers randomly between 0 and 1 and assigning it to colors array. Then we are having here 50 x coordinates and 50 y coordinates being generated randomly between 0 and 1 again, and they are being assigned to x and y. Now we would like to plot our scatter plot. So here we use the scatter function. We are having x and y, horizontal and vertical axis. Then it's the size. We are having, for example, 100. Then it's the color. So now we generated 50 numbers between 0 and 1 and not colors, but how we are assigning it to the colors that we want to show for our figure. The point is here, we are having a color map. So a color map is going to use these 50 generated values to act as a color indices for color map. Okay? And when we are using the scatter plot, let's say a scatter function, Matplotlib library maps these values into this color map, okay, and assign a unique color to each point. Let me review it one more time. So here we generated 50 numbers between 0 and 1 and assigned them to colors. These 50 numbers that are generated here are acting as color indices in our color map. And when we are using the scatter function, Matplotlib library is going to use these values, okay, into our Virdis color map, assigning a unique color to each point. We're going to see the figure and we see how it's easy to have a color map. Then we are having the alpha, the transparency adjustment. And finally, we are having a color bar here to show the scale of the color. And we are plotting our figure. So when I run the code, we see this is our figure. First of all, x and y are between 0 and 1. We see the color bar here that has the labor color scale. And using the color bar function, we are having this color bar. Okay, so you see it starts from 0 and it is until 1. So exactly the 15 numbers that we generated for the color array, they were between 0 and 1. Okay, and we use the color map Virdis to assign each point a random color. For example, one color had the number equal to 0.5. So 0.5 on our color scale is somewhere here, and the color is this. Okay, they may had a number like here 0.1, so this is why the color is like more similar to purple, if I'm not mistaken with the color name, because here we see that there are different colors in this color bar. Okay, so this is how we can have color map to have different colors being shown on our color bar. So we learned that we are generating 50 numbers, and we are going to use those 50 numbers that are generated between 0 and 1 in our color map. And the name of our color map in this example is Viridis. Okay, so this is the name of our color map. But there are different color maps that we can use. Here is another one. Plasma, for example. We can have plasma. If I run the code one more time, we see that the color bar changes because we are changing the color map. we can have the inferno, for example, here. So if I run the code one more time, we see that it changes. We are having magma, for example. So if I run the code, we see that it's different. And finally, if we are having CVDs and I run the code, we see that it's totally a different color scale. So this is basically how we can have random numbers. For colors, we generate 15 numbers between 0 and 1. And we are going to use those 15 numbers in our color map, and we can use different color maps, for example, CVDX, and each color is going to assign a unique color. Okay, each point is going to be assigned a unique color based on the number from 0 and 1, because our color scale is from 0 to 1. So for example, one color is having number 1 and it is getting this yellowish part or creamy part, let's say, and then 1 is getting number 0.1 and it's stronger color and it's more like a blue, let's say. So this is how basically we can have random colors and a color bar in a scatter plot. Thank you for watching.